You are not broken, the world is rigged. Because that's the trap, isn't it? They want people to believe their pain is a personal failure, that their sadness, their confusion, their disconnection means something's wrong with them. Not the system, not the grid, not the poisoned script we're forced to live inside. But the truth is that the system was built to disempower. Schools teach obedience, not intelligence. The elite sell fear, not safety. Religion trades salvation for submission. And social media repackages insecurity as performance. And through it all, they whisper, it's your fault you feel lost. But the truth is that we were born remembering. And they spent our whole lives trying to make us forget. So if you ask what message we need to say right now, loud and clear, you were never crazy. You were coded to see what others don't. And it's time to trust that inner radar again. The dream, the ache, the pull to something more. That's your real life trying to come online. A pull back to who you were before the loop, before the script, before they hijacked the grid. You weren't lost, you were just trying to remember. And now you're not alone anymore. You're not the only one who felt that ache. There are others, quiet, coded, waiting, scattered across the map like seeds in stasis. And now the system is glitching, the resonance is rising, and the real ones are waking. Not to rebel, but to rewrite. To build a world that doesn't shame the seekers, punish the questioners, or bury the ones who remember. You always felt it, didn't you? Even as a child, you looked around and thought, this can't be it. You asked questions no one could answer. You looked up at the sky and felt a strange kind of ache, not fear, but longing. Like something was missing, like you were waiting for a signal to come back on. And when the answers didn't satisfy you, you stopped asking out loud. But deep inside, you never stopped listening. You were born remembering. They tried to teach you who to be, tried to measure you, grade you, mold you. But part of you refused to forget. Even when life pulled you into roles you didn't choose. Even when you smiled for photos that didn't match your spirit, you knew this world wasn't built with you in mind. It was built to keep you quiet, confused, and controlled. But you were different. You were built to remember. You were not the problem. The system was rigged from the start. They told you sadness meant something was wrong with you, that your questions were childish, that your pain was personal. But the truth is, you were never broken, the world is sick, and your soul was rejecting the infection. What you felt wasn't weakness, it was resistance. It was the echo of your original frequency. Now you're waking up, but now something inside you is stirring again. The ache is becoming direction, the questions are becoming clarity, and the loneliness, it's fading. Because others are waking up too, and they've been waiting for your voice, your courage, your resonance. This isn't just your healing, this is your remembering. This is Emspiracy, and this is your message. You were never meant to fit into their world. You were born to build a new one. You were trained to forget. From the moment you were born, the world wrapped itself around you like a net, not to hold you, but to program you. They told you what to believe, what to fear, what to chase, and what to bury. You were handed a name, a role, a reality, but you were never taught how to feel the signals underneath it all, because if you had, you would have seen through it immediately. So instead they gave you distractions, entertainment, addictions, busy work. They silenced your instincts by overloading your mind, and still you remembered. The ones who feel the most hide the most. Let's talk about that ache, that constant sense that you were missing something, that vague, low hum of wrongness beneath the surface of everything. They told you it was anxiety, they said it was depression. They handed you labels and pills and said, this is just how life is. But what if it wasn't a disorder? What if it was a signal? A message from your higher self screaming, this isn't your home, this isn't the real script. You weren't meant to numb it, you were meant to follow it. Because the ones who feel too much aren't broken, they're tuned in. The mission hidden in the pain. What if your hardest moments weren't punishments? What if they were activations? Everything that hurt you, everything that isolated you, everything that made you question your place here, it didn't destroy you, it burned away the programming. You've been tested your entire life, not because you were weak, but because you're dangerous to the system when you finally remember who you are. And now you're remembering. The grief was preparation, the sadness was instruction, the awakening is here. You were born for this time. You didn't come here for peace, you came here for truth. You came here knowing this world would try to break you, bind you, bury you. And still you said yes. Why? Because you knew there'd come a moment right around now when people would start looking for the cracks in the system. And when they did, you'd already be standing in the breach, pointing to the light coming through. You are not too late, you're right on time. And the mission you carried in your bones, it's finally activating. This is the breakpoint. You are not here to play a role. You are not here to obey, to shrink, or to forget. You are here to crack the frequency, to rewrite the resonance, to interrupt the loop. You were born into a lie, but your soul carried the code. And now that code is waking up others. This is more than a video. It's a remembrance, a reactivation, a declaration. You were never broken. You were never lost. And you were never meant to stay asleep. This is Emspiracy, and this is your extraction signal. The system isn't crashing. You are. Through it, out of it, and into the truth.